Hello. I am the Linux Mensch. The other day I did a video showing how to take the default Awesome Window Manager configuration file and make your own rather than downloading mine. Today I'm going to do the same thing, but this time with Qtile. So let's get to it. I'm in a virtual machine of Arch Linux in the TTY. And today I'm not using a login manager, so I'm going to use StartX. Now I've already downloaded the Qtile window manager and I'm going to log into the default system. So I'm going to type in StartX and let's go in. And now we're in the default Qtile system. And unlike the Awesome window manager where the default has the bar on top, in Qtile the default bar is on the bottom, but it's kind of small. And there's no wallpaper. And here your 9 workspaces are here. It's kind of small. I don't know if you can see them. Hope it comes out on the video. And everything here is small. On the bottom, you have your clock. You have a little instruction here. And also shutdown. Now in Qtile, the mouse doesn't work. Well, it does work when you open up your web browser, of course. And it works in your file manager and any other apps that you're using. When the app is open, the mouse will work. But in the window manager, the mouse doesn't work. It's all keyboard driven. So for instance, if we want to shut down, now the only part where the mouse does work is for the shutdown. You can just click this on and it gives you a 4-second countdown and it logs you out of Qtile. Doesn't shut down your computer. So let's go back in. Now here's a little instruction. Press M. The M is for the mod key. Press MR to spawn. So if I press the mod key and the R, it's going to bring up spawn. I could type in Firefox, and there you are. And now, of course, my mouse is working, right? And I can use my mouse to close it and hit quit. Or you can quit an application this way. So now to open up the terminal would be mod key enter. And to close the terminal would be mod W. And let's open up PCman FM. So I'm going to do mod R to spawn. I'm going to type in PCman FM. And there's my file manager. And of course I can use my mouse. Now I can close the file manager this way with the mouse, or I can close the file manager mod W. So the default Qtile window manager is usable if you know how to use it. And of course you can download my configuration file for the Qtile window manager, and which I've showed how to do in many of my videos. And you can download my GitLab repository, all my configuration files from GitLab for free. And the command to do that in the terminal is in the show notes of all my videos. So I'm not going to show you how to download my configuration file from GitLab today, just in order to save time. I don't want the video to be too long. Now, when I did my video the other day on the Awesome Window Manager, we had to go into some other folders to copy the default Awesome Window Manager configuration file into our home folder. But with Qtile, you don't have to do that. It's already there. So what we're going to do is open up a terminal, mod key, enter. And I'm going to make that a little larger. I'm going to cd into .config. I'm going to ls it. And there is the Qtile folder, and it automatically went in there when I did my installation. So I'm going to cd into Qtile. I'm going to ls it. And this is the configuration file right here. So I'm going to open up. I'm going to vim config.py. And there we are. We're in the default configuration file. So you can see on line 32 is mod key equals mod 4. If you want to change that, this is where you would change it. Now I'm just going to go to another workspace. And I'm going to open up a terminal. And I'm going to make it a little larger. I'm going to type in Neofetch. So notice here it's saying in Neofetch, your window manager is LG 3D. I don't know why it does that. Well, I kind of do. So what I'm going to do is, let's close that. Let's go back to workspace 1. Let's go to the bottom. At the very bottom of the configuration file, notice it's a pretty small configuration file. It's only 209 lines. And that's including the empty spaces. Window manager name equals LG 3D. Now they explain why they put that there. I didn't really get what they were saying, to tell you the truth. I didn't understand it. Anyways, what I do in my configuration file, if you download and use my configuration file, I change this to Qtile. So what I want to do is save this, and I'm going to log out of there. Let's shut down. Let's log back in. Let's open up a terminal. Let's type in Neofetch. And there we have it. It's fixed. So now it's telling you the window manager is Qtile. It's just a little thing. It's something you really don't have to do unless you want to. So now I'm going to clear the screen, and I'm going to go back to my configuration file. Now that's it. Let's do vim config. Let's go to the top. So let's do /font. So what I'm going to do is change this sans to sans bold. And I'm going to change this 12 to, let's say, 15. Put a 5 there, and let's save it. And let's do Control Mod R to reset. And now you can see we've made the font larger. It's easier to read. And the workspaces at the bottom are easier to read. Now let's say you want to change the format of the clock. So what I'm going to do is, let's just delete that. I'm going to put in, let's do that. And let's just put the mouse down like that. And so if you look at the way the time and date are right now, let's save the file and let's restart it. We're going to do Control Mod R. There we are. So now we have Thursday, November 23rd, comma, 2023. And you have the time with seconds and PM. Now this quick exit, in my configuration file, I got rid of it. Maybe you want to get rid of it too. Or maybe you want to keep it. It's not a bad thing to have. But it's right here. See this widget? Quick exit. So all you got to do is put the hashtag there, or the number sign. And there it is. Let's save it. Let's Control Mod R to restart. And now it's gone. Now let's say you want to get rid of this word default config. What I'm going to do is go up here, put a number sign there, save the file, Control Mod R, and now it's gone. Now let's say you want to get rid of this too. Now remember, to spawn a program, it's going to be mod R, which I'm going to change. So mod R, Firefox, spawns your program, right? And mod W closes it. Well, I'm going to change that. And in my configuration file, my Qtile configuration file, if you download it and use it, I changed it because my first window manager that I used and lived in was awesome. Then, long after that, I installed Qtile and started using it, and I couldn't get used to the Qtile key bindings. So I changed the Qtile key bindings to be the same as awesome. So instead of mod R, I'm going to make it mod P to spawn a program. And I'm also going to get rid of this thing because I don't like it to be there. And to close a program, instead of mod W, I'm going to make it shift mod C, because that's the way it is in awesome. And that's what I was used to. And of course, you don't have to do that. But if you want to do it, this is how you do it. So let's go back to number 1 workspace. And so first of all, to get rid of this sentence here, I'm just going to go down one, hashtag that out. Oops. Let's save it. Control mod R to restart. And now that's gone. So next I'm going to go down to line 70. And it says mod W kills or closes the window. And I'm going to type in right after the mod. I'm going to leave a space. So I'm going to do comma, space, shift. And then change this W to a C. And let's change it to a C. Let's save it. Save it. Let's go to another workspace. Let's restart. Let's open up Firefox. Mod key R. Let's type in Firefox. It opens it. Now let's see if Shift Mod C closes it. And it does. That's changed. Now to spawn a program, the default is Mod W, but in Awesome it's Mod P. So I'm going to change it here. I'm going to go to line 80, and I'm just going to change that R to a P. Let's save it. Let's go to another workspace. Would be just hit your mod key and hit any key. You could hit mod key 7 and it will take you to workspace 7, or you can use your mouse for this too. And so I was kind of wrong. You can use your mouse for some things in the Qtile window manager, but not for all. So let's go to workspace 2. See, that works as well. So let's do oh yeah, I forgot to restart. So mod, whenever you make a change in Qtile, as you do in the Awesome window manager, you have to restart it. So I'm going to do Control Mod R to restart it. Now let's do Mod P. And there we go, the spawn comes up. Let's do PCMan FM. Hit enter, and it's done. And to close it would be Shift Mod C. In my Awesome window manager, to close it would be Shift Mod Q. So I'm going to go back to workspace 1. And right here it says Mod key Control Q to shut down Qtile. Well, you can leave that the way it is, but I like it. I wanted to make it more like my Awesome window manager. So I'm going to go up here. And actually, sorry, I'm wrong. In my Qtile, it's not Mod Control Q, it's Mod Shift Q. So I'm going to just change this one. Now, of course, you don't have to do this. This is perfectly fine the way it is. But I did this in my, because I like it to be the same as my Awesome. There you go. Let's save it. Let's just get out of there. Let's close the terminal. Mod key C. And let's restart. Let's see if it works. Shift Mod Q. There you are. We're out. Let's go back in. Let's open up a terminal. Let's go back into there. Let's vim into, let's cd into config Qtile. Let's vim into config.py. And now we're back in. Now let's say you want wallpaper. Well, you could install a third-party application like Nitrogen or any other third-party application, or you can just install it in the terminal manually. And I'm going to show you how to do that. So just below the clock formatting here, let's go down. And it doesn't have to be below the clock formatting. It could be anywhere, to tell you the truth. But you just want to go above this bracket right here. And let's just create some space. And I'm just going to tab it a bit. And I'm going to type in set wallpaper. And I'm going to go down. And I'm going to do wallpaper equals tilde slash. Now, the thing is that if your wallpaper is in a wallpaper folder, you're going to have to type it in like this. Wallpaper. Now, and I spelled that wrong, right? Now, if your wallpaper folder has a capital, you're going to have to put the capital in. If your wallpaper folder is called wallpapers, as in plural, then you're going to have to put the S in. Now I have a wallpaper in here that I copied over into this virtual machine, but I don't have a wallpaper folder. It's just in my home directory. So I'm going to take that out. I'm just going to leave it like that, and it's called dark cyan.png. Now another thing is the name of the wallpaper has to be exactly the way it is. So my wallpaper this particular wallpaper has a capital D and a capital C. Has to be exactly or it won't work. I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to put a comma in. And I'm going to go down. And I'm going to type in this. Set to fill or stretch. I'm going to go down. And I'm going to type in this. Wallpaper underscore mode equals stretch. And you just want to make sure this round bracket and square bracket are there. Now I'm going to save the file. And I'm going to go to another workspace. And I'm going to do Control Mod R to reset. There we have it. Now we have wallpaper without installing a third-party application. Now let's go back to the configuration file. Now what I want to do is put in 2 fast keys or 2 key bindings, and then you can do the rest. Okay, so to put a key binding, I'm going to go after this round bracket and comma, but above the square bracket, and I'm going to type in capital K, E, so it's key with a capital K, and I'm going to go down a bit. And you have to make sure this K is capitalized in key. And let's save the file. Let's go to another workspace. Let's do Control Mod R to refresh it. And let's do Mod F. There we are. I made a key binding for Firefox. So now I'm going to close that. So it's going to be Shift Mod C to close. Let's go back to workspace 1. And let's make one more key binding. So now I'm going to make another key binding, and this is going to be for my file manager, PCManFM. And I'm going to make it Mod Control P to open it up, because that's the way I have it in my awesome window manager. I'm going to do, and you know what? I'm just going to copy this. Let's paste it in. And you know what? Let's just, to make it look nicer, I'm going to do a space. Okay, so now I'm going to change this. And after the mod, I'm going to put a comma. I'm going to do control, quotes, square bracket. Oops, I got too many square brackets in there. I'm going to change this F to a P. Oops, just like that. Now I'm going to, oh, and then I'm going to go down here, and I'm going to change this to PCManFM, just like that. And I'm going to save it. Save it. Let's go to another workspace. Let's do Control Mod R to refresh it. And let's do Control Mod P to see PCManFM opens up. And there it is. PCManFM. Let's just hide or not show my hidden files. There you go. And to close would be Shift Mod C. Now let's go back to workspace 1. That is how you put 2 key bindings in. Mod F will open up Firefox. Mod Control P opens up my file manager, PCManFM. Now I'm going to show you how to program your Qtile so apps will auto start. And I'm just going to use one app as an example. And the app I'm going to use is a volume control. So I have an app that's called Volume Icon. And it's a volume control that sits at the bottom of the bar. So what I'm going to do is, first of all, and you can use this for any apps that you want to auto start when you open up Qtile. So first I'm going to cd into .config, and of course I'm back in the TTY in case you didn't notice. And I'm going to go cd.config /Qtile. And I'm going to clear the screen, and I'm going to make a file called autostart. So I'm going to type in vim autostart.sh. And this is going to be an executable file. So I'm going to type in ''bin/usr/bin/env space bash. And then I'm going to go down, and I'm going to type in volume icon. And I'm going to save the file. Now, if you want to have us say other apps that auto start, then you're going to leave a space. You're going to put the and sign in, and then you're going to type in your next one. Now the very last one that you have you shouldn't have the and sign in there. So I'm going to take that out because I'm only putting one in here. So I hope you understood what I'm saying. We're going to put and. We're going to go down. We're going to type in our next one. Leave a space. Put and. Go down. Type in our next one. Leave a space. Now, if this is going to be the last one, I'm just going to leave it like that. I'm not going to put the and sign after it. So I'm just going to do one app for this demonstration, and then I'll leave the rest to you. So I don't need the and sign in there. So now I'm going to save the file. Now I'm going to make the file executable. So I'm going to clear the screen, and I'm going to do sudo chmod plus x and the name of the file, which is autostart. Enter and put my password in, and now the file is executable. So now I'm going to clear the screen, and now I'm going to go into my Qtile configuration file, vim config. Now I'm starting at the top, so I'm going to go to the bottom, and let's see. I'm going to go right after this word none right here, and I'm going to create some space. Let's create some space, and let's go up here, and I'm going to type in this word. Let's do insert. Let's do import os. Import subprocess from libqtile. Import hook. And I'm going to leave a space. Let's do this at hook dot subscribe. I need to know how to spell. Startup underscore, I should say. What's leave a space. Def space auto start bracket colon home equals os period path period expand user. Let's do this. Let's do bracket subprocess period capital P open. You have to make sure that's a capital P bracket square bracket home, leave a space, plus slash dot config slash qtile slash auto start period sh. Do that. Let's do square bracket and a round bracket. Now, if I did this right, oops. Let's just take some of the spacing out. Hopefully I did it right. Let's save it. And of course, we are in, let's just get out of there. And of course, I'm in the TTY. So let's do a start X and see if it works. And voila, it worked. There's my volume control. How about that? So now if I want to add another application to auto start, when I open up Qtile, I'm going to open up my terminal. Let's make it bigger. Let's cd into .config slash Qtile. Let's open up, let's ls it. Let's open up this auto start file, vim auto start. And I'm just going to leave the space. I'm going to put the and sign in. And I'm going to type in whatever it is I want to open up. And if that's the last one, I'm just going to leave it the way it is. If I'm going to put a third one in, then I'm going to put the and sign in again and type in this one. And if I'm only going to have 3, then I won't put the and sign in at the last. And that's it. In this video, I showed you how to make changes to the default Qtile window manager. And unlike the Awesome Window Manager, where you have to go into deeper folders to copy a default configuration file into your home folder, Qtile automatically puts a default configuration file in your home folder for you to use as it is, or for you to work with and change. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like it and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching. Until next time, I am the Linux Mensch.